everyone, welcome to today's program. My name is Kiran Faruja and today we'll be talking about Rinella Movie Park, which opened in 1996 and closed in the early year of 2000. Today with us we have Pierre Ajus. Hello Pierre.
Hi.
Would you mind introducing yourself a bit?
Yes, I've basically been a long time in the entertainment business for, I think roughly, as we were discussing earlier, about 35 years in the industry. And one of the careers, as I went along, was the Rinella Movie Park.
Okay, so what exactly did you used to do at the Rinella Movie Park?
Right. Basically, I was in charge. I was the entertainment manager at the Rinella Movie Park. So I had to do the whole planning of all the shows, creating all the shows actually, for the park itself, to run the duration of the day.
Okay, thank you very much, Pierre. Now we are thinking about going to our feature. Thank you very much. We'll see you right after.
Okay, my name is Sander Ajus, my actual name. I'm 46. When I used to work at Rinella, I was like 21, I think. We were a big team. So that is in itself an experience, you know. And we were part of the film studios in Malta. So apart from the park itself, you know, I had the opportunity to meet people working on movies. It was being shot 2, 3, 4 meters away from you. So it was like a double experience, you know. Apart from that, it was a first for many things in Malta. For instance, apart from Mediterranean or maybe Popeye's Village at that time, there was nothing like it. We had the first ever, I think, kids club in Malta because we used to get children who paid a yearly fee to keep coming and coming and coming, and we used to organize activities for them. So for me, it was like a school for acting, dancing, for musical theater, which didn't exist. And in my case, I had the two shows. So it was Jahan. I was performing as Jahan, which is like a Maltese character, because this guy, the CEO, Charles, I remember, he came with this idea that he wanted to create a puppet show. The puppets, I remember, the first day we got them, they came in a box and with a short history of each puppet, so you kind of get to know the puppet before you actually start using it, you know? So I was alternating between Jahan and puppet shows, same thing. And then finally at around noon, and there was another one at around 6 o'clock at night, we had this main stage show, you know, with all the dancers and singers and everything. So I had to do a bit of everything, you know. Apart from that, there was a cowboy saloon where people had very big portions, American style, you know. And they used to throw peanuts on the floor. That was allowed. And we used to have shows, regular shows at night. There was Freddie Portelli, who was like at the top of his career at that time, you know. We used to play every single Wednesday, if I remember. At a later stage, we constructed Jumanji. That was like a forest-themed restaurant. We had like professional maintenance people who made sure that the place always looked perfect. You know, we had the cleaners who always made sure that the place looked perfect. The animators, you had to be really good to work there, you know. Apart from that, even the bar staff, the reception, everything was prim and proper, you know. So that gives you a sense of loyalty to the place and a sense of friendship and everything, you know, which was unmatchable.
Hello everyone, welcome back. To continue on the discussion about Rinella Movie Park. Pierre, why do you think people used to go to the park?
Well, the park itself had quite vast entertainment, so there was a lot to see. It was something unique for those days. I think in Malta in those days there wasn't really much, nothing at all, no parks at all that children could go and have a day of entertainment. The place had different sorts of entertainment for kids, and adults as well. But it was like a family park, basically. So you had all different exhibits to go and have a look. There was the carousel, all the shows that went from one to another. There was the Jahan show. We had the main stage at the Columbus Square, where we had a galleon, which the galleon itself was a stage in itself. And there we used to do a variety of musicals. I remember we used to do Grease, and we used to do part of the Titanic, and many others. Singing in the Rain, So it was and the shows used to happen, I think, every hour. That you always move from one part to another of the actual park to see another show. We follow up, basically. So yeah, I think it was something unique for those days. So a lot of Maltese family schools used to come and visit.
Okay, that's really nice. It's a fun activity for the whole family. Do you remember the opening of the park?
Yes, I do, very clearly. I remember it was one of the prime minister at that time. It was Alfred Sant who came to open the park, and we obviously did a special event for the opening itself. We used to have a group trio called Acoustica that were playing on stage whilst we were doing different performances in the streets of the park itself. And if I record well, we actually did a special parade with a brass band and all the entertainers, clowns, close-up magician, everything. We did the whole parade of the opening of the park, basically.
Okay, that sounds amazing. Were there a lot of changes throughout the park's lifetime?
There were. I know of that there were some changes as they went along, because I did the opening of the park. I started off doing the first schedules of entertainment and programming of it. Then after a year and a half, I think I had moved on to another place as an entertainment manager. But I know from my knowledge is that there were other things that were being done or increasing some new ideas as they went along,
Okay. How do you feel after hearing about the park's remains being burnt down?
It's a pity. I think the park, if really, someone would have focused well on it, maybe we could have survived it. But obviously, financial-wise, it needs a lot of finance to keep it going, and all the maintenance you have to do to it, all the employees, and everything. So yeah, exactly what happened, I don't really know the answer to it. But yeah, I think it would have been nice if that place was kept open. It's part of the movie center of Malta, the Malta Film Studios as well. We used to have a train that used to go from the park and actually drive, doing a tour through the Rinella studios and the deep tank and the shallow tanks where the actual movies were done. So that was another extension, which was also had become part of the park.
This was a really huge park. It's a shame that it burned down. Well, thank you, Pierre, for coming on the show today. That's unfortunately all the time we have. Thank you, everyone, and tune in next week.